It tells us that Brittany and Eric are each trying to decide whether to give their boss basketball tickets or concert tickets. And basically, they're not really worried about making their boss too happy. They just want to make the best decision depending on what the other person's doing. It tells us that Brittany has a better connection so she can get a little better deals. It gives us a story. We need to just focus on the payoffs, and then we need to look at the question. So we look at all the payoffs. The question says, assume they play simultaneously in the Nash equilibrium. What is the probability that Eric gives basketball tickets? So if we're looking for the probability that Eric does something, we know we need to start with Brittany. Start with Brittany and say, well, Brittany could either give basketball or concert. Well, we're going to define H as the probability that Eric gives basketball tickets, which is what we're looking for. We're looking for H. So when Brittany gives basketball and Eric gives basketball, she gets 8. So H was when he gave basketball, and we're looking at Brittany's payoffs here. Well, when Eric gives concert, which is 1 minus H, and Brittany's given basketball, she gets 5. Brittany gets 5. So now let's take a look at concert. When Brittany gives concert and Eric gives basketball, Brittany gets 6. When Brittany gives concert and Eric gives concert, Brittany gets 9. So now we're going to set these two things equal to solve for H. Well, from here it's just algebra. We're going to combine like terms, and we see that H is equal to 4/6 or H is equal to 2/3. So 2/3, that's the probability that Eric will give basketball tickets. And again, since I was asking about Eric's probability, we started with Brittany. Now assume that Brittany goes first. What is Eric's equilibrium payoff? Well, this is looking for the subgame perfect Nash equilibrium because we have a first mover in a one-shot game. So we need to start with Brittany because it said Brittany goes first. We need to list her choices. She could either do b-ball or concert. Well, then Eric can either give b-ball or concert. And now we need to fill out our payments. Well, if both Eric and Brittany give basketball tickets, Eric makes 3, Brittany makes 8. If Brittany gives basketball, Eric gives concert, Eric makes 4, Brittany gets 5. If Brittany gets concert, well, and then from there, we can immediately, so first thing we want to do is backwards deduction and say, if from Brittany's point of view, she's thinking, what will Eric do? Well, if I give basketball tickets and I'm Brittany, well, I know Eric's going to choose 4/3. So I can cancel out b-ball as an option because I know that Eric's rational. He's going to choose 4/3 if I did give basketball tickets. So that's kind of how we think about the subgame perfect and what's going on. That's backwards deduction, starting from the end of the game and working our way forward. Well, if I give concert tickets and Eric gives basketball tickets, Eric will make 5, I'll make 6 if I'm Brittany. If I give concert tickets and Eric gives concert tickets, Eric will make 2 and I will make 9. So again, we're looking at what Eric will choose, and he'll choose 5/2. So we can cancel out concert because we know that if we give concert tickets, he is going to give basketball tickets. So now Brittany is really choosing between 6 and 5. She doesn't have to worry about the 8 or the 9 because those will never happen because Brittany's moving first. So that's what the subgame perfect is doing. It's canceling out those options that won't happen because we're maximizing at each stage of the game. And we're thinking from Eric's point of view. And again, if Brittany's choosing between 6 and 5, we know she's going to choose 6. So this question was asking us for Eric's equilibrium payoff if Brittany moved first, and we see that it's 5.